Are we live? Are we live? I guess we are. So, okay. Wartet. Bringe mein Mikro näher zu mir. Wir wollen nicht viel machen. Wir wollen ein bisschen Story Mode spielen. Story Quest, I mean. Und ja, vielleicht ein bisschen Mind Travel. Mal sehen, worauf ich Bock habe heute. Claimen wir mal unsere Dailies. Wollen wir das upgraden? Oh. Niemand sagt mir, dass ich das schon freigeschalten habe. Nobody told me. Wie fake von ihnen. Okay. So. Habe ich meinen Hintergrund geändert? Ich kann mich nicht erinnern, dass ich das geändert habe. Aber anscheinend doch. Aber das ist mein Avatar. She's looking pretty. Und ja. Ich glaube, Gacha spielen tun wir zum Schluss. Let's do it. Story Quest. Bitte. 11, 10. Mal einfach skippen und das war jetzt echt laut. Was muss sie tragen? Elegant und cool. Haben wir... Okay, nochmal. Haben wir ein Set? Und dann... Jasmine. Ah. Quick Deploy. Anscheinend rede ich nicht deutlich genug für Closed Caption. Ich versuche mein Bestes. I will try my very best. Das habe ich mal gecheckt, dass ich gesagt habe, I will try. I'll try. 3. Try. Whatever. Ich meine, ich habe es auf Deutsch eingestellt. Endlich mal Sneakers. Ich habe genug von Stöckelschuhen in diesem Spiel. So, dawn comes late. When the situation... Wow, das ist echt laut. Okay. Mach's ein bisschen leiser. When the situation is under control, Chingu speaks slowly.
Not soon after we were in the cast, he came to me, asking me if I'd like to be his accomplice.
Oh.
By the plan, you've already known.
Oh mein Gott. Ich mache ein bisschen leiser, weil es ist echt laut.
No one would suspect us as long as I pretend to be under attack when he's with the crew.
Warte, ich mach's noch ein bisschen leiser.
No one would realize that the broken lamp is not genuine.
Everyone is stunned. So is Jojuan.
Promise to marry me afterwards.
Was Frauen für Männer tun, I will never understand.
We would flee somewhere. No one knows us, and we live a happy life. You know, I didn't know
Manipulated.
I suffered from severe depression. I
Oh, arm
dreamed
is he.
about a happy marriage and a husband who always loves me and protects me.
Genau das Gegenteil bekommen. Genau das Gegenteil von dem, was sie sich gewünscht hat. She is so
I knew
cool.
stealing was wrong. But I couldn't say no to him. He was so good to me.
Saan? Wo war er gut zu dir? Mein
So I
Gott.
was struggling. Until yesterday afternoon.
Jinru's eyes glisten with tears. The bruises on her face make her even
He
weaker.
came to me after the shoot. I refused his plan, and then he showed his true colors. He came for the lamp, and how could I give it to him? So he hit me.
Her eyes have widened, her body is trembling in fear. She can't go on and begins to sob.
Interesting.
Was sein einziges Kommentar ist interesting. Larry, you are not a girl's girl.
How could you?
Und was ist los mit dem Director? Warum geht er auf Jinru los, wenn es Jojuan war?
You have a nasty tongue. Damn it! To hell with you! It's you!
Nasty or not, open your suitcase and we will find out. His bubbles burst and his words are frozen in his mouth. After a while, the flush on his face fades and he slumps in his chair and starts to laugh.
I see. You're all in on it.
Justice.
You're ganging up on me.
Yes, we are.
Yes. You're right. I took the lamp.
Ja, das haben sie, aber das hat er sehr...
I hid it on the lake bed and shipped it out last night. It's in my suitcase right now.
The case was settled and I received another task. Okay. Elegant and cool. Was? Das habe ich schon gemacht. Damn. Unnötig. Ich habe das ja schon gemacht. Aber egal, ist eh ein guter Recap für mich, weil ich habe eh das meiste schon vergessen. But, was war los mit mir? Warum habe ich das Kapitel wiederholt? Like, can anyone tell me, warum habe ich das Kapitel wiederholt? Hätte auf Next drücken sollen. Chapter 12. Und ich habe es wiederholt umsonst. Jinru has accused Jojuan and admitted his crime. We finally found the glazed peony lamp in his suitcase. Mr. Garden owner weeps with joy while embracing it in his arms.
Call the police. What are you waiting for?
Of course we will. They will take very good care of you.
Wait. Don't worry. Now that he admitted the guilt and the lamp has been found, the police won't make it public. But people will know that he's been under arrest.
Ist doch gut. Ist doch gut.
Maybe you should take measures to reduce as many negative impacts as possible. Ah, we have no other choices.
The director takes Jojuan away, and suddenly he looks back at us, at the door.
Jinru, you think it will end well for you, huh?
Was mit ihm? Bringt er sie um?
Your face.
Ugly. Kann man mit Make-up bedecken.
I'm your little one every day. Why don't you call her now and see how scared she is by your ugly face?
Ach, da,
What
dann
did
so.
you say?
Jojuan leaves the room laughing. Jinru clutches at my hand as if it's straws. In a second, I feel something strange on my hand back. Jinru's desperate voice almost pierces my eardrum before I can figure out what the strangeness is.
My face? What's wrong with my face?
Nothing is wrong with your face. You look beautiful. You are the most beautiful woman in the world. Looking at the hideous scars, I don't know what to tell her.
Mirror. Give me the mirror.
No, gib dir keinen Spiegel. You need to rest now, Jinru.
No, the mirror. Give it to me.
No, don't. Jinru shakes off my hand, and struggles to find the mirror. Mr. Garden owner and I try to stop her. Oh, nice shit. She pushes pushes hard at the owner and stumbles. Larry quickly catches him before he falls. Calm down. I see someone hand over Chingru a mirror. I turn at him and it is
Hope
Larry.
you are prepared for it.
Damn, Larry. Chingru grasps the mirror, tucks her hair, and exposes her face. No. She passes out after she'll cry. Oh my god, wow. Chingru. So superficial dieses Spiel. Ohne Spaß. Very, very superficial. The doctor arrives quickly and we are asked to leave the
The more
ward.
beautiful something is, the more lamentable it will be when it breaks.
Denn mehr Empathie oder so. Why did you give her the
She
mirror?
asked me for it.
You know it will challenge her nerves.
Please rest assured, she is much tougher than expected.
Wer du meinst. Warum hat sie eine Zeichnung und alle anderen nicht? The doctor opens the door and goes out. How is she, doctor?
She's fine, but please don't irritate her anymore.
Ja, das
It
ist Larry
takes some time
schuld.
to heal the mental breakdown.
Das war Larry schuld.
It's my fault. I should have given her a general checkup instead of trusting the medical record.
Please don't blame yourself. It was too urgent. Even she herself doesn't know she has taken the drug.
Was it accidental?
Yeah.
The amount of azines she's taken suggests it is a long-term dose.
A long-term dose? But she's been on the drug for 2 weeks at most. If I make it right, today is 2 weeks after filming started.
Maybe she was on the propyl medicines too. They say that the
Damn.
absorption of azines, so we found it overdosed.
Doctor, patients from the 6th ward are asking for you.
I'll be right there.
Before she has gone far, she suddenly turns
Haven't we
around.
met somewhere before?
Is she flirting? With me? I guess no. I've never been here before.
I see. You resemble a friend of mine.
Ashley!
Have a nice trip, lady.
Sie kommt nochmal. She leaves in a hurry and her words leave me thinking. A new task. Gorgeous and elegant. Sweet and gorgeous. Haben wir ein Set? Look at that set. Warum ist mein Hintergrund dieser? Schau, komplett. Auch süß. Auch keine sweet. Hey, that's kinda nice. Meine Schule. Ich habe eigentlich schon ziemlich viele Sets, I must say. Kinda nice all. Aber ist die West gar nicht hier? Nope. Sie war schon länger nicht mehr hier. Sie hasst mich. Sie hasst mich, deshalb. Ich bin ihr zu langweilig geworden. Aber danke fürs Vorbeischauen. Gell? Sie ist sehr schlimm. Sie war schon seit 3 Wochen nicht mehr hier. Aber ja. Ich kann es verstehen, wenn man arbeitet und die Uni geht. Ich bin nicht so wichtig. It's all thanks to you. Oh, das ist nicht mein Satz.
I will store it in the innermost layer in case someone steals it again.
Wait up, sir. Now that the lamp has been found back, could you please tell me more about the case that my sister handled at your park? The detailed information means so much to me.
You mean the case by Ashley?
See.
It's not a big one at all. One afternoon, a gardener accidentally fell into the lake while he was pruning peonies. He lost consciousness when he was rescued. So, we took him to the hospital. Here, of course. This is the nearest one to the park. Ashley got to the bottom of the case and found his wife had poisoned his drink. So
Oh yeah.
he didn't flounder around in the water. Hadn't his peers saved him in time, he would have drowned. But unfortunately, he died in the hospital. Not long after, his wife committed suicide.
Diese Stories sind echt dark. What a tragedy.
Ashley believed so too. She said both of them were victims.
Of what? They are both victims? How did she draw the conclusion? Is there anything keeping unexposed? Were you her client? Was she right at Yunjo? Ich weiß nicht, wie man das ausspricht.
No, she came here specifically for the gardener. But he was an unsociable and eccentric man with few friends. His life was between the park and his home, so I don't think they knew each other well.
Why did Ashley travel to meet a stranger? Was the gardener crucial to the other cases? Did he have other families?
The old couple didn't even have a child.
Is the thread lost again? Is my effort in vain?
I shall leave. I should
Okay.
take good care of the park. I don't want cases coming one after another.
It's kinda sus, he murmured while being helped away by his assistant. I took out my phone and recorded my puzzles. Juhu, kann mich wieder kleiden. Lively, cool und Cyberpunk. Lively, cool und Cyberpunk. Falls ich das überhaupt finde. Ah, da. Und wir haben kein Set. Bottom. Wird schon perfekt sein, I hope. Aber weißt du, wo sie ist? Hat sie heute Arbeit? Oder hatte sie heute Arbeit? Bist du noch da überhaupt? Ist die Frage. Ich schaue einfach mal. So. Kapitel 12.4 New Clues. Blues Clues.
How are things going? Did you get what you want, Miss Detective?
Suddenly I hear Larry speaking. I turn around, he's smiling at me. Keine Ahnung. Irgendwie wird Larry immer unsympathischer. He tells me by action that he doesn't want to spy out any secrets, so
The case may be
considerate
closed,
of him.
but the follow-up filming may be put off. Will you stay here?
Yo, warum flüstert er so komisch? Do you think the case is over or not? I feel a lot of strangeness in it. Goju 1 failed to get Chingru, after which he just knocked her out. Wasn't he afraid of her accusation? What's more, I felt something strange on her fingers when she clutched me just now. It was the glue or the top coat or something alike. I can't overlook the gardener's case too. Why did Ashley visit him? Why did she believe both of them were victims? My solemn face draws Larry's concerned call.
You've been thinking about it the whole night, with only 2 hours rest. Even a machine would break down. Let's go find some refreshment for minds now, since we found the lamp and caught the thief.
You are right, let's go. Da hat mich Roy schon hingebracht. All diese Männer kennen nur einen Platz. We step out of the hospital and see Nico alone on the bench near the parterre. No one is with him, which makes his silhouette even lonelier. Nico? Nico. Hi. What are you doing here? Where are your papa and mama?
Papa took the pill and is resting. And My mother... She died many years ago. She paid the price for abandoning us.
His indifferent words comb my hair and Larry no longer wears his smile. Oh, er lächelt wirklich nicht mehr. I see loneliness and pain run across his face and disappear. Sorry, I didn't know.
It's fine.
I can see his eyes when his head is down, but clearly I can feel his sadness. Nico, I have something for you. In a flash of inspiration, I reached out my hand, grabbed the air, and I gently showed him what's in my hand. Here is the first beam of sunlight. Make a wish and it will make your dream come
I
true.
wish Papa would get better soon. And...
Nico, what are you doing here? Your dad is awake.
The doctor breaks in on his wish, and Nico approaches me and whispers,
I want to see you again.
"Oh, ist aber so lieb."
Bye! Thanks for your sunlight! My wish will definitely come true soon.
Moin. Tschüss, Nico. A message from my realm. Ich werde sie schimpfen. Ja, bitte, tu das für mich. Deep Moon. Last time. Schade, dass man diese Videos nicht skippen kann. Perfekt. Oh, ich bin auch bald Level 48. Nice. So. Skip. Skip. Mein Ohr juckt. Ich bin immer noch nicht Level 48. Oh no. Okay, kann ich das jetzt craften? 12,2. I guess I do. Ich brauche nur noch 28 Stück davon. So, jetzt muss ich starten. Gib! Wir kennen die Story schon. Ich habe echt gedacht, ich werde Story Mode. Ich werde die Story ein bisschen länger spielen können, aber nein. Es endet schon bei 12,3 für heute. Bestes Outfit. Yay, ich bin Level 48. Woohoo. Okay. Raid. Yay, ich brauche nur noch 24 Stück. Anyway. Design Room, weil wir werden jetzt die anderen Kleidungen craften. Wo bin ich stehen geblieben? Ich habe so viel zum Craften. Okay. Muss ich das kaufen? 68 Stück davon. Ich habe über 1148 Energie. Das wird spannend. So, noch 32, nur noch 32 Stück. Und wie? Okay, ich habe hier noch genug, glaube ich. So. Dann noch 5. Are you kidding me? Hallo? Hier 160, so schnell geht's. So schnell geht's. Ich glaube nicht, dass ich irgendein Item überhaupt craften kann. Ja, ich glaube nicht, dass es sich ausgeht heute. Oder doch? I don't know. Oh mein Gott. I'm out of energy. Ah. Ich hab kein Energy. Oh. Soll ich die Socke craften? Ja, why not? Ich bin so... Eigentlich hätte ich das da craften sollen. Anyway, it is what it is. Passiert. Warte, ich hole mir noch von zu Hause Energie. Eigentlich wollte ich auch umziehen hier. One sheep, two sheep, three sheep. Jetzt habe ich 8 bekommen. Spielen wir das. Nicht interessant. So. Die Items, die ich hier bekommen würde, sind eigentlich ziemlich nice. Ich hoffe, ich bekomme was davon. Ich hoffe, ich bekomme gute Sachen. Anyway, let's try. Bitte. Gotcha, Götter, seid nett zu mir. Okay, haben wir schon. Haben wir auch schon. Haben wir auch schon. Oh, die Hose ist cool. Digging this one. Make-up. Ja, not bad. Nur 3 neue Sachen. Disappointing. So. Ich könnte aber noch... Ja, why not? Okay, vielleicht ist die zweite Runde besser. Schon, habe ich auch schon. Habe ich auch schon. Die Haare sind nice. Oh mein Gott. Not bad. Dafür nur 2 neue Sachen. Hier nur 2 neue Sachen. Warte, ich bin bei Hardwood. Ah. Cool. Ich habe ein Hütchen bekommen. Goal. Grow. Okay. Was noch? Das ist nicht mehr. Oh, das kann ich claimen. Oh, ich habe ein Sofa. Nice. Okay. Das Ding ist, ich krieg dieses Foto nicht weg. Schau, wie kriege ich das weg? Das nervt mich. Oh, ich versinke in meinen Stuhl. So. Wir haben Story Quest gespielt. Das könnte ich Mind Travel spielen. Die Frage ist, The Cold True or Time Portrait? Was könnte ich denn für Sachen craften? Kleid ist ziemlich nice. Hier, the previous day. Ist eigentlich wurscht, mit welchem ich beginne. Okay, die Haare sind nicht so meins. Jo. Oh, das ist aber mit Ashley. Machen wir diese Story. The sun was shining through the window onto the table front. There laid a surface that was spick and span, with everything as neatly organized as could be. Everything was exactly the same prior to when Ashley left.
Look what I've got here.
Ich vermisse die Schwester, obwohl ich keine Schwester habe. Wow, an admission ticket to the offshore fireworks spring summer show. Aren't these expensive?
I just got a huge order, so let's treat this as a little celebration. Well, what are you waiting for? If you don't get up now, you're gonna end up being late. Come on. You don't want to miss out, do you? Nirvana has over 10,000 fans now.
Eh? What?
Get your lazy bum out of bed now and get ready for school.
Wow. Sorry. Wow. Ashley's bullying me again. Memories came flooding back to me like a tidal wave. I sat by my sister's desk and slowly sorted out all of her data. Missing children cases, park kidnappings, business espionage. Every single case here was like a medal, representing Big Sis achievements. What's this? An encrypted folder caught the attention of my eyes. I tried entering my birthday. The file opened. The figure of my sis came out right before my eyes. She was glancing at me with a smile, eyebrows and hair looking as per usual, and even her breaths seemed so real. This! I reached out in an attempt to touch her, only to grab a handful of nothingness. It was nothing but a hologram. Oh, traurig. My sister.
My dearest little sis. I'm delighted that we could see each other again like this.
She can be seen? As the sound of her familiar voice echoed, I felt tears in my eyes nearly come pouring out. Ashley's smile slowly faded as her voice grew distant. I thought this would be enough to make me forget the pain her departure from this world brought me. But when the sound of her voice rang throughout my ears, the wall I worked so hard on came collapsing down like it was nothing. The pain came hitting me like a tidal wave, that submerged my entire body, making it nearly impossible for me to breathe. I tried my best to calm myself down. I took a deep breath, wiped my tears, and glanced at the hologram of my sister once more.
By the time you see this hologram, you likely already know what mind simulation is. There were so many things about this ability that I wanted to tell you, but I never found the chance, nor knew how to even bring it up to you.
Wow, weiß sie, dass sie sterben wird?
Hence, why I recorded this hologram for you, for when the time was right.
I had no idea Sis was already thinking about my future this
To
early
be
on.
honest, when I first found out about this ability, I was scared to death because, luckily for me, I discovered by chance that this ability could also help others in need.
Well,
And
I've
from
been
then
helping.
on, I began accepting it and put it to use, eventually becoming the detective that I am now. But then, something happened in me that made me reflect upon this question. How exactly should I deal with the truth I have seen?
Gute Frage.
With this in mind, I thought you might encounter the same perplexity as I did upon the use of the ability. And so, here I am to tell you this story, and hope that it's going to help you avoid the same situation. Oh, and after story time's over, I'll let you in on a few more secrets about this ability of ours.
Thanks, Sis.
Though there are many secrets that surround our ability, and lurking about are also some great dangers. So, before learning all there is to it, I want to make sure that you're completely ready for any of the potential dangers that could occur. As a result, you'll find that I segmented the hologram into different parts. Each of these parts may only be opened after reaching a certain level of sentiment. Well, it's time to test out your ability.
Damn, sie ist tot und stellt mir so eine Hürde auf. The first segment is left, gorgeous dress. Okay. Muss mich wieder umziehen. Gorgeous and sweet. Passt. Leider kann man das nicht überspringen. I'm very sad. Carrie Deluxe
I was only
pastry.
17 at that time, and it had only been a year since I started using the ability to investigate cases. That
17.
day, I went to buy pastries for you as usual.
The owner, who was sitting behind the counter with his head held low, stood up with a face full of worry as she saw Ashley enter the
Hey,
store.
why the long face?
Well, even just the thought of it makes me sick. Ever since the beginning of this year, our pastries keep getting stolen day in and day out.
Was ist, wenn's die Katze war?
It happened again this morning, as the cherry pastry I made earlier in the ancient ways was stolen.
Oh no. Did you call the police?
Nope, it would only bring me more trouble, since these don't cost much and it would just disrupt business here. Oh, Ashley! Well, word has it you're a private detective of some kind yourself. Would you be so kind as to help?
I'll get right to it.
Brilliant! You'll figure out who's behind all this, and I'll give you a year's supply of lotus pastries.
At this moment, a girl came into the store. Jesus! Her hair was short to about her ears, and she had a peaceful face that was also a little cautious and timid.
Hi, welcome home.
There's
Hey,
Kai.
Dad, I've got
Oh,
some
this is seine
hologram
Tochter.
first.
The owner had a large smile on his face as he watched her head into the bag.
That was me little girl. When her mother was still pregnant with her, we thought she was a boy. It's the boy's name. When she was younger, she also had the personality of a boy. But after many years of guidance, she's finally a little girly.
A little girl.
Now, not only is she good at getting chores done, but she's also great at cooking.
Vielleicht hat sie es gegessen. As he was praising his daughter, the store's door opened and in came a woman with an angry face who was carrying a young boy.
Here requires some discipline of yours. To steal the school's monitors and sell them for money is one thing. But to steal the lunch of a poor little girl and have her starve the rest of the day is even worse.
What? Don't worry, Miss Chen. I'll give him a good beating.
Such a thing cannot be taught by giving him a beating. Nor should you only rely on the school to teach him. Family guidance is also important.
Da hat Mrs. Chen
I
recht.
visited a few other kids, so I'll leave it up to you now. Please put more effort into doing what I just mentioned.
Miss Chen sighed as she walked out the door. Zack saw and noticed how furious his father was, so he lowered his head and tried quickly escaping to the back, only to be lifted up by his father. The boy cried in fear, but the owner seemed to remember that Ashley was still present as he eventually suppressed his anger and let go of
In
the
the
boy.
back now. Have your sister help you with your homework.
Los mit ihm, ist so nicht nett. Zack zoomed straight into the back room without even waiting for his words to finish. Looks like a dance here. Let's see what Sis has in store next for me. The bright and youthful days of girlhood. Okay, was muss ich anziehen? Lively and pure. Mhm. Was hab ich da für Kleider? So, es geht bis 10. Oh. Ah, von da kriegt man die Kappe. Cherry Snowflake. After the boy left, the owner turned back around and smiled apologetically at Ashley.
Sorry about that. You know how it is with children.
Na, ich habe keine Ahnung, wie Kinder sind.
Of course. Don't worry about it. Let's get back to the store theft.
Oh yeah, so that's where we were. Well, if I'm being honest, I actually already knew who the thief was. It's just that I didn't have any evidence.
Oh, really now?
Mm-hmm. It was Mr. Do over from next door. He has always wanted to learn the pastry craft that was handed down to me over generations. A couple years ago, he even begged me to take him under my wing, but I refused. After that, he frequently spread rumors about our store in an attempt to ruin us.
Damn,
Some of
that's
the rumors
petty.
include things such as us using expired flour, syrup we use containing worms, and even people getting food poisoning from our food.
Kann Mehl schlecht werden? Ist das möglich, dass Mehl schlecht wird? Ich meine, ja, dass es schimmelt, ja, kann ich verstehen, aber dass dann Mehl einfach komisch schmeckt? Geht das?
I'm telling you, it definitely was him. He stole the pastry so that he could steal my recipe.
Ashley nodded thoughtfully in response. In the middle of the owner sorting out nearly 3 months of the theft, Ashley decided to go and see what was das hier? De? Ich glaube, er heißt De. Ran a rather elaborate private pastry store with a significantly different style compared to that of a small store.
How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to get One cherry deluxe, please.
Everyone kind of stopped making this pastry a while back now. The cherry snowflake would be the next most similar, so would you like that instead?
Not 1 second later, the cherry snowflake was served, along with a layer of honey-drizzled cherries on top of its was auch immer. She tucked in the creamy fragrance, and its honey exploded within her mouth, balanced with the freshness of the cherries. Boah, wenn ich das so lese, habe ich gerade auch voll Bock drauf. It was totally different from the small store's owner creation. The deux firmly denied that what was accused of him by the owner.
After being stolen from, he insisted on it being me, and even came here to cause trouble a few times.
Pyjama richtig anziehen.
But according to what he told me, he said you two had a dispute and that you even spread rumors about his store.
Interesting.
Rumors, you say? Oh, that is simply nothing more than a competition. As for stealing pastries, you will not find that over here. And as you can tell from being here, you can see that our innovations are more focused on integrating the elements of Western pastries, rather than on Chinese traditional pastries like those of next door. With that in mind, that gives us all the more reason to not steal from them, right?
Dude has a point. The desserts here are completely different from the owner ones, no matter how I looked at them. Vielleicht schmecken sie gleich, kann ja nur anders ausschauen. It just doesn't add up. The accusation against Duo of stealing the pastry to learn its recipe is starting to fall apart now.
One would not simply just steal a pastry if they were out for revenge. For something like this, the perpetrator is usually either someone of their own, or their own kid that decided to indulge themselves.
If not,
it was probably someone who doesn't like the owner, and wanted to get back at him in a way that wouldn't cause actual damage to the store.
Someone of their own? Perhaps Deux is onto something. Regardless, it looks like I ought to investigate some more before I can reach a reasonable conclusion. Sehr interessant. Elegant Girl. Simple und Vintage Style. Da muss ich Simple, Elegant und Retro. Simple, Eleganto, Retro. Und wir haben sogar ein Set. Hoffentlich ist das perfekt. Wird knapp. Oh shit, es ist nicht perfekt. Upsis. Was mache ich jetzt? Das ist nur great. Soll ich es wiederholen? Will ich das wiederholen? Ich weiß es gar nicht. Nee, machen wir einfach weiter und dann, falls es sein muss, wiederhole ich es. Ups. Okay, machen wir Kapitel 5.5. Secret. Wow, was machst du am Boden? Ashley returned to the small store just in time as the owner finished piecing together a rough 3-month timeline of the theft behind on his memory. The pastry was stolen right from the day it was put out, indicating that the thief was knew very well what was going on internally. I've got a feeling that Deux was right about it being insider job, so let's try asking the staff around here first. The small store was run by the owner and his wife, who also employed a waitress and a pastry chef.
Stealing pastries of ours? Who would bother? Even I'm sick of eating them by now. So long as I'm getting paid enough, whatever happens outside of this kitchen, I pay no attention to. So as for details about this incident, I'm about as clueless as you are. You'd be better off asking someone else about it.
My boss is a decent person. It's just that he sometimes can have a bad temper. 2 days ago, he had an argument with his wife that went so bad that his wife went back to her parents' home for a while.
Damn.
After that, I was busy left, right, and center and almost couldn't keep up. But luckily, I had the help of Kai. Every day before school, she would help me clean and take out the garbage. And when she gets back from school in the afternoon, she even helps me greet new customers.
And what about Zach?
Zach? He
Where's
does
Zach?
nothing at all. He's nowhere near as good as his sister is. If I had to guess, he was probably the one who stole the pastries.
Was ist, wenn es die Schwester war? Ich glaube, es war die Schwester.
He's always been a petty thief as far as I can remember. Not to mention his immense love for sweets that ruined his teeth. Now that you mention it, I do remember seeing him wandering around the pastry counter earlier this morning.
Have you told your boss about this at all?
Regardless of how strict my boss looks, he still treats his kid as a treasure of his. I'm merely just a worker here, so why would I bother wasting my time with their family affairs?
Ich verstehe dich. I get you. Ashley checked the timings of the recent thefts again and noticed that the time seemed to revolve around mornings and evenings. To be more specific, these times were right before and right after school. There were also no thefts at noon, during its most crowded period. Maybe it really was Zach? Ich glaube nicht. Kann ich nicht. A kid as little as Zach, he is mischievous and loves candy. He even has a history of being a thief. Everything is pointing toward him being the culprit. Aber ist nicht er. Es wäre viel zu einfach. Cool and sexy. Cool and sexy. Was hat mehr Sterne? Wenn ich ehrlich bin, sieht das da viel cooler aus. Mit das da. I'm gonna do this one. So, 5, 6. 5, 6. Storm. Ashley eventually located Zach, who was with Kai helping with his homework.
That's it! I'm done with this! It's too boring!
So habe ich mir seine Stimme nicht vorgestellt.
Zach, if you don't get to finish this, I'm gonna be the one who gets scolded by Dad.
The brother and sister then noticed Ashley standing in the doorway.
Well, you two, I was tasked by your father to investigate the recent theft, and I have a few things to ask you two.
You're not suspecting that we did it, are you?
No.
That I did not say. I'm just here to get a better understanding of what happened.
You adults are all the same. Don't think I didn't know what you were thinking. My sister and I would never steal anything from our home. Especially those pastries. We got sick of them ages ago.
Sorry, aber seine Stimme ist echt nervig. Sorry, Zach. Seine Stimme ist echt nervig. After Zach's frustration, their father walked in and saw that Ashley was questioning him, and immediately assumed that it was Zach who had stolen the pastries. It reminded him of Zach's recent performance at school, making him even more furious.
I knew it! It was you all along! I'm gonna have to teach you a good lesson today, young man!
Das ist doch sein Vater.
Was it me?
Ignoring Zach's child abuse.
I was just here to ask about the incident.
Ashley tried her best to explain herself in order to calm him down, but no
You
avail.
ungrateful little rat. Once your sister gets married in the future and moves out, what of this home wouldn't be yours? Must you steal it right now?
Dein Sohn, was ist los mit dir?
Everybody says to have children to support us in our days of old age. But if you're like this now, then how can I count on you in the future?
His father angrily scolded him and prepared to discipline him by whacking his bottom with a board. Zach wailed as he burst into tears. Oh mein Gott, das ist ja schlimm. Ich meine, wurde mit dem Gürtel geschlagen, aber... war vor 20 Jahren.
Knock it off! Your little brother made a mistake and must pay for it. You, being his big sister, should also feel ashamed for letting him do this.
The board waiting above Zack was about to come swing at him until Ashley finally mustered up enough courage to step forward and shield Zack and Kai from
Look,
him.
this incident could entirely be someone else's doing. So how about I take them along with me? Once I've fully completed my investigation, I'll come back and present my findings to you.
After that, Ashley took the two youngsters and left the store as if they were making a break for it. What the? Why did it end at a time like this? So, was muss ich anziehen? Lively and gorgeous. Lively, gorgeous. Search. It's really pretty. Wünschte, ich könnte singen. Ohne Spaß. Singen macht nur Spaß, wenn man singen kann. Gut singen kann. So, wir sind wieder draußen. The trio sat by a park as Zack continued to sob while Kai said not a single word. Ashley wanted to cheer them up, but she had no idea what to say. After all, she was only 17 years old at that time. Ich bin einfach 11 Jahre älter als Ashley zu dem Zeitpunkt. Seeing that the day was coming to an end, Ashley decided to take the two back and to her place first. Before she'd gone 2 paces, Ashley suddenly stopped and turned around as she saw a homeless child swiftly hid in the woods nearby.
Just now. Do you guys know him?
Damals, bevor ich's wusste, habe ich nearby als Nerby gelesen in meinem Kopf, bis ich dann gelernt habe, dass es nearby heißt und nicht Nerby. Aber irgendwie klingt Nerby immer noch richtiger als nearby. The two youngsters shook their heads. How strange. This kid's been following us ever since we came out of the store. After safely bringing the two to her home, Ashley set off to the park once more and found the homeless child. According to the child, he was worried because he saw Kai with an unfamiliar person and she seemed to be quite down. Following her was on one hand a way for him to ensure her safety, and on the other, he wanted to try and find a way to comfort her. Schau, ich hab's gewusst, zieh was!
Today, he gave us some sort of cherry-flavored deliciousness.
This lieb, Kai. It was clear at this point that the perpetrator was actually Kai, which seems to have shocked Ashley. After seeing Zack being taught a lesson, she decided to bring Kai for a chat.
Kai, did you steal your own family's pastries?
Ashley strived to keep her tone gentler, but Kai kept her head held down, hiding the expression on her face.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Every single morning, you helped the waitress take out the garbage, and you brought fresh pastries to the homeless children in the park. The food the kids received today just so happens to be related to the missing pastry, the Cherry Deluxe. Do you have anything you would like to say, Kai?
Kai continued to keep her head
I just
down
want to
and
know why you chose
tight.
to do this. In everyone's eyes, you were always the outstanding young little girl.
Kai suddenly raised her head upon hearing these words.
Outstanding girl? That's not who I want to be at all. I don't like cooking, sweeping the floor, or even taking care of my little brother.
Jetzt ist ihre Stimme unnervig geworden. Was passiert? As I thought, Kai wasn't willing to live up to the expectations that everyone had of her. I wonder how Sis is gonna deal with this. Let's see. Okay, wie muss ich mich jetzt kleiden? Sweet, sexy and street. street. For the street. Kinda nice. Ta-da! So, okay, wir haben bald die Story durch. Not bad, me. Und dann werde ich... Ich weiß gar nicht, ob ich dann aufhören soll. Oder soll ich noch Animal Crossing spielen? After a moment of staring at each other's eyes, Ashley eventually saw into the heart of the young girl.
You hate your father.
No.
No.
Kai denied Ashley's words without any hesitation, but Ashley paid no attention to
I
it.
know you hate him. It may seem all good on the outside with him
Was
treating
fragt
you
sie
well
dann?
and always providing you with food and clothing. But in reality, in his mind, you are the daughter that is to be married off, and Zack is the true heir of his. Such strong thoughts always show themselves eventually. He himself might not have even noticed it happening himself. You hate him. You long for his love and approval.
Okay, Mrs. Psychologist Ashley mit 17 Jahre alt.
So while you were trying to be the daughter he always wanted you to be, you had no choice but to steal and release your frustration through this way.
What if I can relate?
You're making things up.
I'm speaking nothing but facts. This is what is truly going on inside your mind.
Facts, but no printer.
You think you know me well. You know nothing.
Kai ran out as soon as she finished speaking. Ashley followed her, but Kai was left nowhere to be seen. It was already dark, and when Ashley got back to the store, she realized that Kai wasn't back home yet. After a quick explanation to her father of what had happened, the two headed out in search of young Kai. In the end, they found her at the corner of an isolated street.
So, the one who stole from the store, was it really Kai?
Yeah.
It was, though she had her reasons. She's at that stage of puberty where her mind is rather sensitive and can sometimes feel like you're showing favoritism towards Zack.
Favoritism? We've been nothing but fair to her. All her food and clothing are in no way different from that of Zack's.
Oh my god.
The favoritism I'm referring to.
The
isn't
sexism.
But what's in your heart? To you, Zack is the true heir to your family, correct?
Ich komme gleich wieder. Ich muss nur meine Katzen füttern. Bist du Midnight Snack, Sarah? Komm. Gibst du Midnight Snack? So, wo waren wir?
You thought that as a daughter that's to be eventually married off, Kai should be the one to take responsibility of doing housework and taking care of her younger brother.
But that's just how things have always been since ancient times. Indeed,
Es
she
ist
will
nicht
one
mehr
day be
ancient
married,
times.
so that's why she should be the one doing the housework now.
Times change, and such ways of thinking are outright wrong now.
Ashley speaking facts.
I know it's hard for the standards of an old generation to change, but for the sake of your daughter, please try and understand her point of view.
Go, Ashley, I support you. The owner seemed to have more to say, but in the end he agreed. On her way out, Ashley took a quick peek at Kai, who was staring at her with eyes of anger. Things should be better now, hopefully. Warum ist sie denn sauer? Ashley. Ashley comforted herself and suppressed her anxiousness as she left the small store. I wonder if Kai's parents are really going to change after this. Let's open up the next hologram and see. So, was muss ich jetzt anziehen? Cool and simple. Simple, cool. Oops. Wie fad. Wow, look at this. Was? No great? Fuck this. I was scammed. Okay, vorletztes Kapitel. Rebellious sweetheart. Bit by bit, the case of the store theft, like all cases that were solved, slowly faded into oblivion with each day. Warte kurz, meine Haare sind irgendwie keine Ahnung. Until one day.
Thanks to the clues you provided, the case was solved. The group of gangsters were also arrested and brought to justice.
Just doing my job, sir.
As the police escorted the suspects out of the interrogation room, Ashley caught a sight of a familiar figure. If it wasn't for Kai turning around in response, she wouldn't have believed her eyes. The girl that stood before her had the face of a rebel, with heavy makeup that failed to conceal her bruised eye. She now resembled nothing close who she once
You know
knew.
this young lady?
I do. Was she also involved in this gang theft?
At the time of arrest, she was with the group of gangsters. But our thorough investigation has confirmed that she was not involved in the actual theft.
Oh, zum Glück.
I was just about to give her family a call to come and pick her up.
There's no need for that. I know her family well, so how about I take her home instead?
I don't want to go home.
Right after heading out of the police station, Kai suddenly opened her mouth.
Why not?
Why not? Because of you.
Hat Ashley gemacht. Kai looked at Ashley with great
If it
resentment.
weren't for you blabbering on in front of my parents, things wouldn't be like this now, would they?
Ooh.
What do you mean?
They said I was ungrateful and called me a hypocrite. Even our neighbors said I'm no conscience at all. You thought that as long as you told the truth, the problem would be solved. But in reality, it only made things worse.
Oh my god, Ashley! After Kai finished ranting, she sat down on the street and cried. Ashley stared at her, completely dumbfounded. She honestly believed that she had found a solution to the problem through the mind simulation of Kai. She thought that so long as Kai maintained open chance of communication with her parents, they could eventually solve their issue and live a happy life. I guess not everything can be solved with the truth. It was until now that she realized how wrong she was. The stubbornness of a human is difficult to change. She completely overlooked the potential harm to Kai if her parents didn't end up being convinced to change their view. Perhaps I should tackle this from another direction.
You don't like this life, right?
There's only one way, and to commit die. Ashley took a deep breath as she calmly asked her. Kai became
If you don't
speechless.
go home, you're only going to make your parents and neighbors feel even worse about you. You should also know that you, and only you, can free yourself from this situation by getting a good education and eventually move out.
I mean, she's not wrong.
You think that I'm the one who doesn't want to go to school? After school, I need to go back home. I just can't.
Well, how about going to a boarding school then? That way, you won't have to go home.
But there's no way they'll agree to that.
As long as you're willing to go back to school, I can help convince your parents to send you to a boarding school.
Kai looked at Ashley with doubt, but he ultimately accepted her proposal. Naja, Ashleys Lösung war jetzt auch nicht gerade die beste Lösung. Look, there's one last hologram. Okay, was muss ich jetzt anziehen? Pure, elegant and gone. Gone, 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 gone. Ich find's nicht. Ah, da oben war's. Wow. Hoffentlich ist das ein Perfect. It is. Nice. Und diese Haare stehen mir irgendwie. Diese Bands. Kein Fitter. So, letztes Kapitel für dieses Mind Realm.
A couple of years later, I heard Kai was admitted to a decent university and that the relationship with her family eased up.
Wow, nice. Ooh.
Though, she still decided to work in a city far from home and rarely ever went home. And up until now, I still have no idea whether or not she forgives me for what I did. It was through this incident that made me realize that while mental simulations can help reveal the memories of others, it doesn't mean that we can fully understand those memories of theirs, not to mention empathize with them. That's why we must still remain super considerate of everything when it comes to handling the truth. The fact that you are here watching this must mean that you've made great progress in your ability. It's time for me to tell you the last secret. This one is about the source of our ability. Our parents used to work at
Out came the bursting sound of electricity, followed by the vanishing of my sister's hologram. The video cut out.
Uh-oh, file corrupt.
Wow, how convenient. How convenient. Sis! Before I knew it, tears came flowing down my cheeks, and in came the bitterness of tears in the corners of my mouth. Is this the really last time I'll ever get to see Sis again? Staring at the corrupt file, I pulled myself together, drying my tears as I took a deep breath. It's fine, as long as I can fix it, I will be able to see Sis again. Under the setting sun were tired birds returning home to their nest as they let out cries as if responding to me. Sis, we'll see each other again, I promise. So, okay, jetzt Zeit zu reden. Ich kauf mal alles. Ich meine, ich habe genug Money. $45 Stück von dem. What the fudge? Okay, da habe ich genug von denen. Ja, noch nachkaufen. Oh, die Schuhe sind nice. 229.000. Damn. Sehe ich so aus, als wäre ich ein Millionär? Oh. We're done, eigentlich. Kinda. Ja, alles, was ich machen wollte, habe ich schon erledigt. Und ich muss morgen früh aufstehen. That's why bin ich für heute fertig. Anyway, danke fürs Zuschauen. Danke fürs Zuschauen und gute Nacht. Tschüss. Dragobar 5510. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Ja, stop streaming.